Hi guys, Jesterarke back again with some more Ark Survival Evolved. Okay, initiating ugly cam. Did I recorrect all the positionings after the last episode? Yeah, I think I did. Got a bit overzealous moving the mouse around and ended up accidentally shunting a few of the on-screen elements around the place. Okay, so what are we doing today? Wah, wah, wah. We need to... I want to go have a quick look around to see if we can find ourselves anything large and nifty to basically capture. We're going to need to look into getting a lot more metal as well. We mentioned that we want to start setting up a second base. Thinking maybe in the snow biome would be kind of cool. Either that or the redwood. Anywhere sort of further north. How are you going for stuff? Yeah, well done you. There we go. Leveling up the pretties. Finding stuff that Bale didn't empty. Okay. Definitely gonna have to look at rearranging a lot of stuff. Let's empty everything out of here. Start replacing that with this. Just for the sake of storage. Not too worried about collecting flint from this point onwards. Main reason being, thanks to the big ass grinder at the back, we can make as much flint as we want as long as we got stone. What have we got in here? More fiber. Are you actually cooking anything? No. That's right, we set a bunch of prime meat to cook. Oops. Don't need the rotten meat in there. That can all rot. That's all good. What else were we doing? Make sure all our equipment is okay. Yeah, it's good enough for now. We got darts. I'm going to take a bunch of this with us. And our trank darts. Actually, I might even make a few more of those. We need narcotics. Holy crap. We got a whole bunch of bug shells. They can go in there. Mr. Steakman! Hello and welcome. How are we today? Yep, you're full. Put in those. Weapons. Ammo! Okay. First, indeed. Indeed. Gunpowder. Didn't we make up a crap ton of gunpowder? Fairly certain we did. Question is, where do we put it? Pretty good me? Yeah, not too shabby, not too shabby. Sadly having some arguments and issues with YouTube currently, but that's neither here nor there. Make a bunch of these up, then we'll make a bunch of those up. Yeah, unfortunately, that whole... I know a lot of people have heard about the whole, you know, YouTube ad debacle. Well, it's sort of finally starting to really kick the crap out of us as well. Which is kind of suckful. But what can you do? That's turned on, isn't it? It is now. Drugs. Make all the narcotics, which isn't many apparently. Well, there's not that many berries in there. We should probably move a few more in. Is it because you're a ginger? Exactly. Exactly. Advertisers don't like putting ads on channels being run by gingers, apparently. That one... You eat all yours. What about you? Got meat in this box? We do. Bit odd. Yeah, no, it's kind of crappy. My little bro keeps unsubbing me from you. That's all good. But yeah, we've had some of the best days on record, which has been amazing. But unfortunately, the registering is some of the worst ever that we've had. Bing. You still going? Yeah, you're still going. Weapons, ammo. Do we have any more of the goop left? We do have a little bit of goop left. We're not going to need 118 of those darts. I hope. We will take that many in total. 4:46 PM. What have we got? 1:46 PM for me. 4:46 AM. I'm going to say that makes a bit more sense. Okay. Might whack some stone in here and break this down into spark powder, I think. Grab that out and put it over in the fabricator. Oop, shit. Nothing's following me. Yes, drumstick. It's okay, drumstick. You don't have to follow me. Just stay right there. Be your cute little self. Okay. Yeah, no, it's been... We've had the absolutely most amazing channel growth lately. So, again, I just want to say a monstrous thank you to everybody for helping us out with that. We've gone up like 140 something subs in the last couple of days, which is insane. Well, last few days, I should say. We do not need to be making cementing paste anytime soon. The thing about survival games is, one, you don't have a backpack, but you can hold like 8 items. Your pockets are huge. You have all those things and you can jump around and do parkour. I know. I always thought that was rather amusing. Would be interesting to see a much more realistically paced one. But on the same note, I think you'd get too many people that'd just be like, ah, it's too hard. You're all done, you're all done. You're not done. Oh no. There we go. Assassin's Creed cough cough. I love the premise of the Assassin's Creed games, but damn, they got boring fast. Okay. Let's see what information we got going. Hey Tragedy, how are we today? Well, I hope. Oh, I don't have any normal darts at all on me now. Oops. We better grab a few of them back. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Yeah, you tell him, monkey. Most boring one for you is Revelations. I remember I played Black Flag. It was actually the first game I got for the PS4. It had some interesting ideas, but yeah, I just got so bored with it. I'm fine. How Iron Bale? I'm good, thank you very much. I think Bale's chilling out, trying to get some rest at the moment. This is her last day off, so, and she's back to work. Triggered how Blackbeard died. I don't remember. So please no spoiling, just in case I do for some reason decide to go back to it. I'll sit there and go, oh, that's right. Mr. Steak told me that. Damn it. Making sure nothing's turned on that shouldn't be. Oh, crap balls. Well, sorry. Okay, let's go into warrant the carrying weight. We're setting this thing up for you, Bale, so I can carry as much stone as you need, stone and metal as you need it to. But nah, it's been kind of crappy on one hand, the fact that, as I said, the amount of growth and stuff, your laugh is the amount of growth the channel has seen, as I said, is through the roof, and it's amazing. It's just brilliant. And the translation of that hasn't unfortunately been coming across because of all this ad stuff. Sad day yesterday, your great grandmother died at the age of 102. Ah, sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, so this whole ad revenue crap is really starting to kick a lot of small YouTubers in some very painful places. Actually, it's kicking a lot of big YouTubers in some very painful places. Okay. Joey said first of the day. I have vague memories of my great-grandmother. She was an absolute little trooper. Tiny, tiny little old lady. Used to sit in a little wicker chair. And people that would walk into the room would just see her and she just had that aura that would terrify people. It's this cranky looking little old lady. And yet the moment I'd walk into the room, she'd sneak me a little Freddo frog. Give me a little quirky smile. She was awesome. Smoked like a chimney. Drank like a fisherman. Great grandma was a nurse in World War II. Wow. Uh, that analytics issue I mentioned to you before, Bale. I just got a response from a few other YouTubers that are having the exact same problem, it seems. Pretzel. The dinosaur has a mohawk too. Oh, that's only a little one. Mr. T dinos are spreading. It's a fad. It's a fad. Let's see if we can find one of these asshole bloody tree kitties today. Here, tree kitty, tree kitty, tree kitty. When you stream, you're gonna hear is what you looking at, fool. Actually, on that note, just a reminder to everybody, I actually won't be streaming tomorrow. I'll be doing this stream, and then the stream after it, so later tonight for me. And then I'm taking a day off. We've decided that I'm going to be scheduling in a rest day from live streams, just once a week. One day a week. There won't be any live streams, but there will still be pre-recorded videos. At the end of the day, I've got to get some rest somewhere. Hey, there's another beastie we don't have one of yet. 320, a 40, and a 120. And we won't be getting one of them just yet either. Okay. Okay, Jess? Yeah. Where the hell are these tree kitties? Okay. You said you hadn't seen a beehive, didn't you, Bale? Ooh, tree kitty. It's only a little tree kitty. Beehive. I'd go down and poke it, but I'm not gonna. Just saying. We do, however, have Kentras. Tree kitties. I'm thinking when we spot them, one of the best ways to get these things is probably going to be hit it with a trank to knock it down in the first place, and then pick it up with the Quetzal. Love trees, normal Chesters at the helm. And not in a, uncomfortably weird sort of loves trees sort of way either. As far as I know. I mean, hey, not judging. And of course, it's getting dark. Here, tree kitty, tree kitty, tree kitty, tree kitty, tree kitty. Here, tree kitty, tree kitty, tree kitty, tree kitty. Update on the taming of the Trudons. You can't set the sacrifice to passive. It's literally got to be able to put up a fight. There's another tree kitty just down here. It's only a level 80. It's done for. She's trying to actually coming. We don't have a Gallimimus, but I have no real intention of getting one either. And let's deal with this. Bow. Night vision goggles for the win. We are going to have to go on an expedition to get a crap ton of black pearls. Yesterday in school we were talking about medieval times, we were talking about kings, so my teacher called me up, got my papers, and I said, "Thank you, my sire." By mistake. People just laughed. Got Tapajaras down there. Pteranodon. Carnotaurus. Giraffe critter. Okay. Still no tree kitties. Well, none worth grabbing anyway. Oh, nope, there we go. Tree kitty. Yeah. God, I hate how the scope works. There's the Therizinosaurus. Where the hell did tree kitty go? God damn it. Can you play Ark offline? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. At least you can on PC. Trike. Diplo. There we go. Level 680. Tree kitty. Hopefully nothing else knocks me out of... Oh, shitballs. Where did it go? Tree kitty's hidden. Bad tree kitty. There it is. Please don't be a Palovia. Hello, tree kitty. You're coming home with us. Hopefully it's the right one. Yeah. Tree kitty. Up, up, and away. Okay. Come hither, Mr. Dododex. Element OP, Element OP, PPP. T for tree kitty. Okay, because we are in flight, I'm going to take the night vision goggles off. Just because as you're wearing them, it does damage them over time. Okay. Apparently the tree kitties prefer cooked meat over raw meat. And the tree kitty. I think we'll literally name it Tree Kitty. Okay, so it prefers cooked prime, followed by standard cooked meat. Well, it actually looks like it's got cooked meat and prime possibly at the same level. Really hoping that it's not one that wakes up rapidly. Although I have a feeling it probably will be. It prefers Titan boa kibble. And its wasted points are movement speed. I don't know. We're back in about now. Not a problem at all. Not a problem. Okay, so that should be easy enough. We've got a bit of cooked prime. We just finished cooking some up, so we'll probably try and use that to make it our friend. I find it funny. We're finally taming a tree kitty, and Ark making teachers think their students are dumb. Mrs. Applebottom, there was guns and night vision in dinosaur times. All chose death to kill all the dinosaurs. uh... I didn't kill all of them. I totally made friends with a few. Tree kitty. Yeah, we're finally taming one, and Blessu isn't here. Maybe Blessu was the bad luck all along. Don't forget, guys, if you are enjoying what I'm doing, feel very free to hit the like button, as well as hit that share. Spread the love around a bit on social media. We'll see if we can get some more people in, keeping us company and stuff. Also, if YouTube isn't your preferred platform, you can also find me on both Beam and Twitter. Oh, sorry, Twitch. Well, you can find me on Twitter as well. But yeah, you can find me on Beam and Twitch as well. I do, at this point in time, multi-stream to all three platforms. Although my recorded videos only go to YouTube currently. Look at the little circle of light being created by our blue torch. The circle of light. I have a feeling I'm going to want to put Tree Kitty in a little box. My friend Crispy Bacon is annoying sometimes. You know, he's a pig. Always hogs the bathroom. I was thinking about this recently. There are a few new, like, big doors and stuff like that in the game. Did I get it in the hole? Totally got it in the hole. I'm wondering, like, big, giant trapdoors. I'm wondering if we can use them to create, like, aviary roofs and stuff like that. That would be kind of neat. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Hey, buddy. Accurate. I really need to make the walls of this place higher. Yeah. Sometimes when people come over, they ask, do you have a toilet? No, totally not. You poop in the sink. Next minute I know he's squatting down the dishwasher. And they're down. Are they down? They're down. Wonderful. Run, 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 run. Go away, prickbird. You are not my friend. Okay. Prime meating the hell out of this thing. And where's that Thylax saddle? Thylax saddle. Actually, do we have a blueprint to make a good one? Probably not something I should be checking while we're waiting to feed it for the first time. Well, I can afford to get a little bit hungry, right? Doesn't look as though we do. Got other terror bird saddles. You. You actually asleep, kitty? Good kitty. Someone is keeping the meat safe. Another cool. Grasshoppers in the background since no one gets my pun. Eat up, little kitty. Well, little kitty. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. I'm gonna I have a feeling this is one we're probably gonna want to pump a few of these into periodically. Just to be on the safe side. 4.9, that's not a bad taming rate then. Admittedly, it's not the biggest one we could have gone for in the world, but still. Actually, I won't bother putting some stuff there. Since the kitty isn't eating, we can call it a pussy. I have a sick kitty at the moment. It's not fun. She's ancient. Is that going up? Yeah, it is. Really not sure how long the torpor lasts on these ones. This is the first time we've actually managed to get the taming process started on one of these guys. Or in this case, girls. Though being a meat eater, they do tend to eat fairly rapidly. Hi! Tag, you're it. Welcome back, Tragedy. It's a very fast 60 minutes. I have a dog, his name is Bruno, and he's blind. His eyes were taken off since he was... Okay, from people stab his eyes so the dog couldn't see. That's sad. What are you running from? Have I ever seen Slip and Roll? No. Nope. Yeah, what else we got around here? There's a thief. You have? Yeah. You're tired? Well, it is silly o'clock in the morning, you mentioned before. Just shooting off a few arrows because I can. 5:13 AM, I'll meet you later. Actually, that reminds me, I'm going to get something out for dinner. So, YouTube gathering. Went to see it with my girlfriend. Everyone says, "Oh my god, Slipgator." Yeah, I've not been to any events or of any type, sadly. Hello, kitty. Give you all of them. I do find it strange that they prefer the cooked meat, and the taming effectiveness is going down faster than I would generally think that it would. Australia's a bit far away for most tubers, yeah, pretty much. Here's a sad truth. We're sort of out in the middle of nowhere as far as most people are concerned. Yeah. Use narcotics. Why would I use narcotics? Seriously. There is absolutely no reason to use narcotics on this tame. Not when I'm using biotoxin. Let's take... Lock. Okay. So, we want Sarcos, Stegos, or Brontos, basically. Yeah, you're still miles away. I mean, any number of other toes will do it as well, but those are probably going to be the easiest from where we are. Holy shitballs, look at the size of that fish! Well, why don't you upload videos on your channel? Because Bale doesn't make her own videos. At this point in time. This is sort of our collective channel. So we just upload to the same one. Diplo, you'll do. He's lazy? Far from it. I've been telling Bale for ages that she needs to become a bit more lazy as far as work's concerned. Bale is many things. Lazy is not one of them, as much as she likes everybody to think she is. Okay. The only one that talks to your girlfriend about this sort of stuff is you. So I don't think that's going to be too much of a concern for you. Okay, come on. Drink. Okay, that should be enough. We'll chuck some of that in the cookers, and then we'll go throw the rest of it in the tree kitty. Hello, little Trudon. Prick birds. Try and go around the prick birds. Pet the Trudon on the head for me. I ain't touching it just yet. Okay. Walk, give me your meats. That should do. You. Hold this. Thank you. Wow. The hell? Prickbird. Nice. Now we're cooking. Does Bale get angry? I suppose everyone does a bit, but... I've got a way worse temper. Yeah, that's true. Bale does get hangry. Bale gets hangry very easily. I'm going to hazard a guess and say that the details on this were maybe listed a bit incorrectly. Hungry more likely? Well, hangry is being angry because you're hungry, so that is sort of what she just said. Yeah. Yep, that poor mammoth is still bleeding away. Okay. Young Basehead, how are we? No need for sorry at all, my friend. All is good. You did miss out on Bale and my shenanigans. We were running around taming stuff, getting Bale killed by running her into trees. What would I do if I hit a 10,000 subs? Probably the same thing I'm doing right now. Okay. I'm gonna. We're raking in the prime meat. And getting the all cooked up. Any special videos? Really not sure. We were talking about that actually the other day. Might try and do something for 500 yet. We'll see how it goes. If you can bear with me a quick second, guys. Oh, we just got another sub. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much indeed. I'm just going to duck away from the keyboard for just a super quick moment. Back in just a tick. Waha! And ugly cam reinitiated. Lovely. Sorry about that. I just realised that I hadn't brought my bottle of water with me to the stream. That's alright, I just grabbed it then. Okay, let's get back into things. That should be all the prime cooked up. Quick. Jumping over the beastie's tail. Might take these out. We've got room to put them in here, I think. Some of them at least. Okay, let's get back out to the cat. If I even hit 20 subs, I would cry. I was like that to begin with. It was, yeah. Every time I get subs now, I'm still just stoked. How are you going, kitty cat? All that prime's about to rot. Well, let's drop it all. Kind of unfortunate the taming efficiency is going down so fast on it. Oh well. Go kill that Bronto. Weapon of choice. I think the advantage something like these have got over the Rexes or the Spinos is definitely the attack speed. Yes, something like the Rex can well and truly get a much higher per hit damage. Get rid of the thief. But when it comes to damage per second, yeah, these guys just seem to own. And 10k subs would be amazing. Oh, is that right, buddy? Fiddle, 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 fiddle. What level is it, I wonder? 1080. This might take a little bit. Where are you going, buddy? Get your butt back here. Agario. Sort of rings a bell as much as any of the other IO sort of things do. But nah, I can't say overly off the top of my head that I do. Drop all this. Realistically, we only went after that thing for a little bit of this prime. Let's get this back to the kitty. Some sort of beastie egg on the beach. Oh, and it's doing that thing again. Realistic, hello, thank you and welcome to the channel. What am I doing? Wrong taming pen. We are taming a tree kitty. There we go, tree kitty. Huh? That's gonna take a while. Everything takes a while these days. Okay. Yeah, get off my island. Thank you very much for the sub. Very much appreciated. Well, we are edging close to that 500 mark. This is awesome. I can't even begin to say how much I appreciate this. Whee! Meat explosion. Yeah, we should probably start paying a bit more attention to this thing, or it's going to end up waking up on us. Hopefully not anytime soon, but I've had that happen too many times now already. I'm just going to check the details on that Thylac. Ark. Thigh. Taming. When you hit 500, do a vlog? We probably will. We probably will. We tend to do them whenever we do hit any particularly large milestone. I think the last one we did would have been Christmas. Okay. Taming. La la la. General, strategy, dangers, taming. Yeah, no, it's definitely the cooked prime that it prefers, apparently. Well, good thing we've thrown a whole heap in there, huh? Well, in that case, will this last long enough for me to get it back? Probably not. But we'll try anyway. Go away, prickbird. There needs to be a special prickbird killing device. Or a deterrent. That would make more sense. I have a feeling we won't quite get this all done in time, but that's alright. Would grappling hook work to stop them flying away? Not really sure. I wouldn't think so, because more often than not, once the animals become like overly aggravated, then it snaps the grapple. And the other side of that would be as well, the grappling hooks aren't exactly the cheapest resource in the world. I mean, they're not super expensive. But depending on what was stolen, it'd be quite a waste to sort of do it that way as well. You have that. Well, I think we're finally going to figure out whether or not these tree kitties are worth the effort. Getting your munch on, you are slowly. Helper's down a fair ways though. Look at that map, try and figure out what else we're going to do today. Well, I think we said we need to do a few metal runs, so I'm probably going to use the Quetzal, take the Ankh, and go and hit up as many nodes as we can until our inventory is pretty damn full, which should be quite a lot, seeing as though the Quetzal's carrying weight is getting higher and higher, which is great. I'm guessing there's a really big difference as well between taming these with the cooked prime meat and taming them with the cooked mutton, because it's very rare for us to tame something that's only a level 680 for it to drop down to a 98 taming effectiveness. What level are you? 600. Hello. Yeah, suck it, bird. Didn't aggro his friends? Nope. I hate when it does this. Meh, don't need it anyway. What I was talking about before, Bale, as well, if you're still in attendance. If we come down to here, somewhere. Ometer. I'm guessing they're meant to be used for the elevators, primarily. How old am I? I'm in my mid-30s. What am I? 34, I think. These hatch frames. I wonder if what sort of beasts we can fit down through them. Old. That's... Let's find out. I'm not that old. Well, maybe I am. What else do we want from here at the moment? Oh, that's what I meant to make. We've been meaning to do more vaults. We've got to find out a good, easy place to get some additional obsidian as well. Now they've changed the top of the volcano, it won't be quite as easy and reliable to get up there and get it. Though I do think there is still some around the top of that mountain. You have a question? You've had many questions. Feel free to ask away, though. Joel McCoy, welcome to the channel and the chat. Thank you for joining us. Hope things are well. Birdie. What level are you? 160. Again, making sure I didn't piss off all its friends. Oh, she's getting there. Are we married? No, we are just housemates. You guys are youngins? Certainly doesn't feel like it some days. What was it? We had a whole chat full of 13-year-olds yesterday. Or last night. That was fun. Way to make the poor guy feel old then. Did I just piss off a trike? It's probably the one I've already killed. You can have that. Actually, it would have been a trike egg that was down the river as well, I believe. 53 and playing Ark. Hopefully I'm still doing the same. He's an automated dick, though. I would hate for that to be automated. Well, any more than it already is. Fiddle. Okay. Just a general what's going on for those of you who haven't really been with the channel all along or haven't heard my little spiel before. We are playing on a private server that I'm running from my rig. What are you? Turtles! We're about to piss off the turtles. The only mod we're using is Death Helper. You guys should get married. No, we shouldn't because it didn't. Yeah, we've got no reason to. How many hours have we got on Ark? On this account, I think I've got about 1,000. Bale's pushing around 600. What was I saying? Yeah, so we're using Death Helper, but Death Helper is the only mod that we use. Besides that, all changes made have been done within the parameters of the Ark Server Manager, including setting the maximum dinosaur spawn to 1,200. Which makes things all sorts of fun. Okay, we have got the characters set up somewhat superhero-esque, so every point we do allocate, we get the equivalent of 2, which may sound a little cheaty, but at the end of the day, that still puts us well and truly below what the dinosaurs and other beasties can reach. And sort of just allows us to have a bit more fun and play around a bit more with what we're doing. It is just myself and, when she's available, my housemate Bale. No console commands, no cheats, no anything like that. Okay. And right now, we're waiting for a tame. Come on, little beastie. Okay. Show us your evil laugh, Jester. I can't force it. Okay. See what we can get going here. Slowly getting there. We probably won't have to trank it again. I don't find my laugh particularly evil. I think it's friendly and inviting. Okay. We do want to try that fishing thing too. So let's grab our rod. Grab some sap. And where is the no horn? I know we put it around here somewhere. There it is. Okay. We don't need this stuff here. And incidentally, Bale is the uttermost, bestest housemate in the entirety of the entire universe. And she just brought me coffee. We don't have any prick birds here. Any trouble getting on Ark today? Been trying for a while and it's still crashing. I can't say as I have. Are you trying to play on officials or unofficial servers though? Yeah, 'cause we only play on unofficial and PC. These have definitely got a very small attack radius. Or radius? Vector, I suppose. I don't know. Let's do some fishing. Trying to get on the server that you rent. Yeah, really not sure, I'm afraid. As in, I'm running my server from my rig. Since it's only myself and, as I said, my housemate Bale that plays on it, we haven't really had the need to go for an external server at this point in time. At his face, yeah. Oh, come on. You little fishy. Okay. Once again, just a reminder, if you are enjoying what we're doing, please feel free to share it around. It's very much appreciated. More than ever at the moment with this whole ad revenue crap going on. Certainly taken a massive chunk out of existence for us. Plus, you know, the more it gets shared around, the more people we get in here, and the more fun we can have. Yeah, it can be a pain having people crying all the time. Yeah. That and I don't people well a lot in games. Now, this way as well, if there's something we want to tweak, I can do it sort of as I feel the urge to do it. Ah, shoot. It's funny, I can usually type, not a problem at all. Every time I've got to do something like this, I need to actually sit here and look at my keys. And I still stuff it up. Let's go quickly check on the other doodad. Actually, this has got a passenger seat as well. Huh. Who knew? Looks like it would too. Pretty much I enjoy more than any other channels. Very much appreciated, thank you. Well, there you go. I did not realize the Packy Rhinoceros had a saddle that took multiple people. Wonder what other multi-saddle critters there are. It's been ages since Bale and I had played until we started streaming again. It's because we are awesome. Well, I is. There we go. We've got the kitty. Okay, let's go get the bird. Kind of unfortunate at the moment. One of our actual kitties is starting to show her age a bit, so excuse me if I seem a bit distracted periodically looking out the door. Come here, pretzel. Okay. Let's go introduce ourselves to our new tree kitty. Still can't change your name. Okay, sit there, tree kitty. Vale has just updated me that the kitty is seeming fine, which is good. I was phoning in the USA and saw you on while I was at work. And you're still going. Much appreciated. I do tend to stream roughly every 12 hours. We are slightly mixing that up a bit as of... I'll be doing this stream, and then I'll be doing the next stream, and then I'm going to actually take the 2 following streams, so roughly 1 day off. We're going to set that as a weekly thing, trying to take a full day off every week. It's not something I'm used to doing. I generally just 7 days a week. But apparently that's bad for my health or something. I don't know. So yeah, going to try and space it out a bit. Let's whack these in there. Melee damage 1,000. Yeah, it's not big enough. Just going to move my mic. Sorry, guys. Here. We want to set you to neutral for now. You can have a saddle. Okay. Leap. Oh. Okay, that's kind of awesome. I totally want to store Tree Kitty on a wall. Can I store Tree Kitty on that wall? Oh, it just runs straight up. That's kind of awesome. Is it still fun or is it more like work? I'm still finding it really fun. The cats are pretty dope. Yeah, this is the first one I've tamed. So... woohoo! Now we have played it in the past, and we did take a little bit of a break once it did start getting a bit much. But that's for this game in particular. As for the streaming in general side of things, I'm still very new to it, so still learning what I can and can't, what limits I can and can't push myself to. And streaming twice a day for sort of 3 to 6 hours per stream is probably pushing a little harder than I should be, especially when I'm also trying to pre-record as well. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm still very, very much enjoying what we're doing. And now I have a cat that runs up walls, so what is there not to enjoy? I'm very glad our cats don't run up walls. Okay. I feel the need to store it with friskers. Hey, pretty kitty. Okay, change name. Pretty kitty. Now we're going to wait for just a moment. I want to see what this looks like leveling up. Re-equip that as well. Name it Pinecone. You want it to be named Pinecone Bale. Okay. We can do Pinecone. Yeah. Just slob it all over me. Bale, you have a slobbery pinecone. Hey. Okay. We're going to go cast a line just a couple more times while we wait for it to get a bit light. How long have we been at for? Hour and 15. What the? Did I just run past something? Maybe? Oh, that's right. The Trudon's still in the box. Oops. I have 3,600 hours on Ark. Still having fun, but haven't gone to video or streaming yet. Not sure if that's something that would make it like work. I know it has for a lot of people. It was one of the things that for a very long time put me off attempting it. And don't get me wrong, there are some days where I've got to sit and think to myself, do I actually want to do a video today or a stream today? Or is it just going to be going through the motions? When you do have those sorts of days, you just got to sort of sit back and go, nah, not today. Not going to do it today. On my bed. Unfortunately, my kitty cat is not healthy. Trip to the vet time, I think. We have a Persian cross that is somewhere around 15 or 16 years old. Periodically, she has the odd health concern. Nothing overly interesting out of that one. Quick! Readjusting my butt killer of a chair. Advice, thanks, hey, not a problem at all. That's literally, that's just how I do it for myself, so. And it is part of why I'm starting to schedule in an actual full day off as well. I want to try and do it sooner rather than later because I don't want to get to the stage where I am just definitely going through the motions, because I think that would ruin it for me, and I definitely think obviously it would ruin it for everybody that's trying to watch as well. And I have sort of been pushing a bit too hard, burning the old candle from both ends with the blowtorch. Ooh, coffee again. Okay. There's only a teeny tiny itty fish. That would be my problem, sitting all day. Yeah. Doesn't help. Like, the chair I'm using is like one of those student chairs that's only weight rated up to 70 kilos. And I'm around 100. I tend to fluctuate from just under to a bit over 100 kilos. And like, this thing rocks from side to side because the top of it's damaged. There's no cushioning on it anymore. It's horrific. So one of the things that we're actually doing at the moment, and no, this isn't a plug for it. This is just letting people know that that's where the funds are going. We do have a Patreon set up, and we do have the donations thing set up down below, and that can be accessed via YouTube, Twitch, and via our Beam page. At the moment, all funds that we generate on those are literally going to getting myself and Bale some decent chairs. Purely so we're not sitting here in these horrible things all day, every day. Well, more so myself, because Bale also does have a day job. Or day and night job, I suppose. But now, getting the chair has become sort of a priority, especially for, I said, my sake. And followed closely to that is the priority of getting Bale a new computer, because she is gaming on an absolute potato. I'm surprised the damn thing can run a word processor, let alone Ark. I actually had to jump on it the other day when she was at work. It was one of those situations where there was just a bit of a glitch in the game. Yeah, I could have used admin commands to fix it, but didn't feel the need to. So I logged onto Bale's computer behind me. And I just got an instant headache the moment I started trying to play. We don't need them. Or that. Or that or that. Okay, what do we got? We got a better ghillie suit thing than that already. I want that really big fish just down there. I need to put a few more chairs on this platform. Okay. But no, for those who, well, speaking of the sore butts and all the rest of it, I do generally try and get up and go for a bit of a leg stretch every 90 minutes, roughly. When I'm playing co-op with Bale, I'll often stretch that out to about 2 hours. You get stuff when you fish? Yeah, yeah. Some of the best blueprints that I've gotten, period, have been while I've been fishing. Especially the saddle blueprints, it seems. But now we've got blueprints for Ascendant Grade. This is Ascendant Grade. It's insane. Here comes another fishy. As it's sort of why I pay so much attention to my keys. Got a bit of substrate and a pearl. That's not too bad, I suppose. Yeah, the last thing I want to do is spend this time waiting to catch a fish. Potentially catch something that's going to give me a whole bunch of great loot. And then accidentally press the wrong button again. Need to give my tuna a haircut again. Learn something. Ooh, crap. I now have a headache. What do we get that time? Pelagornis saddle. Learned something today. Now I have a headache, lol. Look at all the prime meats, the prime fish meat. Actually, we might go cook that up. Okay. One thing that's kind of cool when you're cooking, like when you're making the various recipes, be they custom ones or actual listed in-game recipes, is that regardless of whether it's prime or normal meat, you can still use it generally. Sorry, whether it's fish or normal meat, it still generally counts. So if something needs cooked meat, you can generally use any sort of cooked meat. If something specifically needs cooked prime, you can generally use either type of cooked prime. I stress the generally. It's not a blanket rule by any means. Nope. What else do we want in there? We've got so much cementing paste, it's not funny. Gunpowder can go in here. Oops. That was what I meant to put in the other box. Come back here, you. Add these to the blueprint collection. They're both Pelagornis. They are. We'll keep that one, ditch that one. The one thing you've got to watch out with the really high tier... What the hell did I put them in there for? The really high tier blueprints is that you often can't make them in the smithy. Which means you basically have to use a beaver with a really high carrying weight. In our case, we have our friendly beavers, table and chair. Crap, I forgot to turn that on. My bad. You out and you out. Okay. We'll wait for this bit to get finished cooking. And then we might go on that metal run, I think. If I'm going to build anything in the redwood or up in the snow biome, I'm thinking we're going to want a lot of metal. Not going to risk making stuff out of wood or stone, it'll just get ripped to pieces. Okay. You can have that. And that. Don't get too excited, buddy. Okay, guys, well, as I said, I'm going to go for a quick leg stretch. We are at the roughly 90-minute mark. So I'm going to go yoink. Yeah. Anyway, please feel free to stick around. I'll be back in just a few moments. Oh, that's just nasty, that one. That's really not cool. Okay, we're going to get back into... There we go. Ugly mode reinitiated. I've had my little leg stretch. Why have I got that active? Go away. Okay, I'm going to go drop off the fishing rod. And the sap. Put the doobie back in the what's it. We're not going to need the high tier tranks this time around. I may grab some more arrows though. Just in case. I think we emptied out the ank. Of course we didn't empty out the ank. Fail. What am I picking all these up for? The flint can go. Drop them. That. I need to put in another fridge. They can actually go into storage into the food boxes anyway. They're soaking some of this meat. These ones are wood. These ones are wood. You don't forget to periodically grab everything out of your food troughs and put it all back in again just to combine the stacks. Just a little thing there. Stacks of 100 are going to rot a lot slower than 2 stacks of 50. Actually, we'll go around the other side. Take everything that's not the yellows. Make sure we mix these bundles up a bit. Can't quite fit it all in. You can have that one. Oh, they are ripping through the food. I've mentioned this before. Since the last update, it seems, everything seems to be eating a lot more than it was. I don't know if that's actually the case. I do know that the update messed with my server manager a bit too, so it might just be something to do with that. Gotta remember to check that out after I finish the stream, I think. Yep. There we go. Put you down here. Yeah, that's down to 55. We would have lost a bit from wastage. But on the same note, Bale and I only just filled these up like last episode, I think. All these food troughs are just emptying out really, really quickly. Is this you? Is this your doing, Piggy? Shouldn't be, you've got all your own. Okay. Let's go get pretzel, and we're gonna go for a trip. So how are you guys going? Now, the organic polymer does degrade over time. So, until you actually need it, I mean, there's no point in picking it all up. The stacks of snail slime only build up to 100, it would seem. And I think these are all... Oh, no, that one's not full. Wonderful. But it was for some reason. Might have grabbed a heap of it out for something. Did I actually check them all? Okay. Let's go over here. Most of the points we're putting into this Quetzal will be going into carrying weight. We will be aiming to tame a bigger Quetzal, hopefully fairly soon, or, well, when we get around to it and find one, that we'll look at putting a platform on. Womp, womp, womp. Yeah, as much as it is a metal hunting expedition, well, because it's purely a metal hunting expedition, it does not hurt to hit the little stone piles as well, especially when you've got your harvesting level turned up as much as I have. Well, melee damage, I should say, turned up as much as I have. Because you are going to get a bit of metal out of these as well. Because we've got the big industrial grinder back at the base, we're not worrying too much about flint from this point onwards, because you can use stone to make flint at quite a decent conversion rate. That in these days we don't need flint that often. One thing that does pay to remember is that things such as flint weigh less when it's inside the Ankh than it does if you were to unload it all into the Argentavis. Sorry, the Quetzal. So when it comes time to actually move, I definitely suggest putting as much of the metal as you can into the Ankylosaur. Loot explosion. Okay. Go up and hit the actual proper nodes. There we go. And if you weren't sure what I mean, so you can see here a stack of 200 raw metal. Weighs only 50 when it's stored on the Ankh, and 200 when it's stored on our person. You just have to go. Take care and keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Joel. Have a great day, and thank you so much for dropping in. Hopefully we'll see you again in one of our future streams. We do stream, as I've said, roughly every 12 hours. Though we will be cutting back to 6 days a week, effective after the next stream. Okay. And for anybody that is curious, we will still be releasing videos on the 7th day, as it were. Good morning! How are we? Thank you for joining us again. But yeah, I'm getting back into doing pre-recorded videos. It's been a few weeks since I'd sort of taken a bit of time off from doing those as well. Where we've got birthdays at the beginning at the moment on the channel. Not entirely certain how long we'll be continuing that for. It is a very fun game though. It's due out, I think it's due out tomorrow or the next day on Steam. So definitely worth keeping an eye out for it. If you haven't already, go check out the video. If it's something, you know, might be something that appeals to you. And I will be doing more Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor Martyr. Hoping to get back into recording that. Probably later today, actually. So you can expect to see new episodes of that in the next couple of days. The series had gone on hold. It is in a very, very early alpha stage. And I've been doing sort of some weapon comparison episodes for it, I suppose. The most recent update did bring out a new character archetype. Previously, we only had access to the Crusader Inquisitor. Now we have apparently got access to the Assassins as well. So I'm sort of excited and interested to see how they plan out. For me personally, I generally play more of the tank style characters in most games. So it'll be a bit of a learning curve for me, I suppose, going for a more assassin based class. My assumption at this stage is going to be that they're probably going to be, you know, high DPS, moderate sort of health. But that's purely speculation at this point in time. I do know they're supposed to be considerably faster than the Crusader class. But yeah, again, if you are a Warhammer fan, specifically a Warhammer Inquisitor fan, I suppose, then again, definitely go check that out. Is that a node or is that debris? Looks like debris. Yep. There it is. Yeah, there's a couple of metal nodes around here that I'd missed. We'll probably hit this one, then we'll go grab the Quetzal and go visit another peak. We're going to have to look at vastly increasing storage, I think, back at base as well. Maybe redesigning our crafting area. I'll have to think on that. What? Okay, for the sake of in-transiting, we will transfer most of this stuff into the Quetzal. Well, for the time being. Just allow us to harvest a lot more with our Ankylosaur. This is pretty much the entire reason why I've set the Quetzal's carrying weight as high as I have. And why all the points pretty much are going into said carrying weight. We don't want to have to do these trips too often. So the higher all the weight is now, the more we can carry on this one trip. Okay. Getting there. Trying to remember what peaks have got obsidian. I mean, we could go into the caves, but that's a whole lot of iffy. The amount of resources we're going to get out of it, especially considering we're pretty much going to be stuck harvesting by hand. Actually, you know what? No. We are actually going to go and unload this straight away because we're right next to base anyway. And then we'll go out and find some more stuff. Because nobody wants to see me fly like this the entire trip. Well, I assume nobody does. Okay. Blap. 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 Has been suggested a few times that we make a Quetzal taming trap. But I don't know. Like, we're really only going to go for probably one more Quetzal. And it seems like a whole lot of work, especially when the Quetzal that we would be building it on is this one. Which is smaller than we want to build a platform on anyway. A whole bunch of prick birds back again. Okay. Hey Sally, look after our Ank for us, will you? No, apparently not. There we go. We'll unload all of this straight into the forge. Still got more than enough fuel in there, which is good. Okay. We probably won't turn it on yet, because all of this metal will probably be converted by the time we get back, which means we'll be wasting a bit of fuel, which I'm not too keen on. I mean, we got a lot more of it, and it's easy enough to make more of it. But on the same note, if we don't have to waste it, why would we? Although, one thing I will do... Actually, does it auto-drop the Ank? Yeah, it does. Trying to decide whether or not we should take the heavy-duty tranks just in case we do find another Quetzal. I think I will. For those of you who aren't sure why, raining is pouring, the old man is playing... You bite me. Big meanie. Okay, for those of you curious, the reason I don't generally carry the high or the heavy duty tranks on me is because they do degrade over time. As does the biotoxin that they're made out of. So if you are making them up, remember to try and store them in a dino or in your fridge or whatever your storage facility you've got to to extend their life. Otherwise, when you need them, you won't have them. I think. They're not often, if I can help it. One of the best places to get obsidian at this point in time above ground is probably under the far obelisk. Though I don't think we want to do that particular flight during a stream. Okay. So if we do find a decent level Quetzal, we'll find somewhere safe to put the ankylosaur down. Keep in mind at this point in time, decent level is probably going to be at least 900, I would say. As a bare minimum. We have a general rule, unless it's a trophy pet or vanity pet, we don't tame anything under level 400. Because it's just not competitive in the grand scheme of things. On the list of 2 gets as well are the Kentras. We've seen a few of them getting around, but we haven't tamed one as yet. Most of the ones we've seen have been lower level. Palovia would be awesome. As much as I hate the nasty little sods for ripping me out of the saddle constantly. Mangoes. Okay. And TP eating mangoes. I do like mangoes. I wonder if there's still obsidian around the base of the volcano. That could be worth checking out. I don't know. I don't think we needed any more crystal just yet, which means we don't really need that peak there. I know off the top of my head there wasn't any obsidian on the peak in the redwood either. Oh, this is the fun and exciting part of the game. Woo! Okay. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. We're at 2 hours. We probably should take wall kitty for a run. Oh, sorry, pine cone for a run as well. See what it's like combat-wise. Besides its ability to run up walls. I want to figure out if you can run up and just cling to a wall. Totally seemed like we could before. Yesums. How may I be of service? Yeah, we got metal and allosaurs. You got anything in particular worth taking? Of course you don't. Where do you think you're going, Pretzel? Maybe these peaks. I swear my little finger is going to be so busted after playing this game. That's a really high flight for a tiny little Microraptor. I don't think it's meant to be all the way up here. What do we got around the place? Anything of interest? Not really. We'll start heading back down. Don't forget, people, as well, we do multi-stream to YouTube, Twitch, and Beam. So if the platform you're watching from currently isn't your preferred platform, please feel free to check me out on one of the other two. Face reveal. Ta-da! There's my face. Revealed all. Okay. Oh, this is such a such a slow flight. Regarding the topic of slow flight, I can see why people are miffed about the flyer nerf. But on the same note, for me personally, I'm kind of glad they did it. There is a Giga, or there was a Giga wandering around that we spotted in one of the more recent streams, which is a bit odd, considering the Gigas are not meant to be in our server. They look like obsidian. Don't go near it. No, I have no intention of going near it. I'm just saying it's there when it shouldn't be. Because of the fact that we have got such vaulted creature levels, we've basically removed the Gigas entirely. A level 1200 Giga is not something that we can deal with, period, full stop. It just cannot happen. I'm wondering why we've got a couple roaming around. Again, it may just have been the issues that the most recent update created with our server manager. We have replaced them with additional alphas instead. The alphas themselves have also been nerfed to a small extent. Well, to a decent extent, actually. Again, for the same reason as the Gigas. A level 1200 Alpha Rex, or even a level 1200 Alpha Raptor, is not something we're going to be able to deal with. It will literally just destroy everything on the server. So they have been nerfed, which means the low-level alphas are essentially walking loot crates, whereas the high-level ones are still going to be like going up against extremely vaulted alphas. So it's not like we've made them all cotton candy. So, oh, piss off, bird. Want to try that crap with me? What you didn't rock make of lakes? Are you still tired again, bless you? Yeah, suck it, birdie. And welcome, by the way. So you know, we finally caught one of your best friends. Okay. You tamed the Thylac? We did. We did tame the Thylac indeed. Show me, show me. We are just about to head back to base. Once this poor critter can move a bit better. Let's drop some of this. We'll offload the obsidian into our Quetzal. Grab a bit more metal. Then we'll go do exactly that. Speaking of, where is our Quetzal? There it is. Actually, we can do that the other way around. Grab a heap of metal and then grab the Quetzal. What level was it? It was, I want to say a 680. So it's now level 1000 and something. Not the biggest creature we've tamed, but certainly not the smallest either. I think it's raining a bit. Judging by the way Bale just rushed into the room, I'm assuming to check the windows. Good job, thank you very much. We actually found one running around on the ground. Took advantage of that. Stop eating. Thank you. Okay. It is a little bit harder sometimes to tell the difference between the node types when you've got these goggles on. There's the metal over there. That rain sounds like it's really starting to come down. How's your inventory going, buddy? Yeah, you're alright. You got plenty of room. If the stream does cut out, my apologies. The bad weather occasionally really badly affects the house, so hopefully we don't have that problem today. That would suck. TP is asking who's Hannibal. Hannibal is another YouTuber. Very good friend of ours. Will you take the Thylac on a run? That is exactly what I was planning on doing. Once we finished with all this harvesting. Gotta level up the kitty. Okay, that should do us for the moment. Oh, apparently that's a node too. Let's get them out of the way. Gotta make sure the Quetzal's got plenty of room to take off. Okay. Oh, we've still got plenty of room we could be using. Okay, well we should probably grab a bit more stuff. Before I do that though, guys, I'm just going to quickly go check some stuff. As I said, it is bucketing down. And I just want to make sure everything's all good. So please bear with me while I just go check my windows. Okay, I think we're good. Check the access points, and none of the rain's coming in at this point in time. Thankfully. We have a really bad habit of moving into houses that flood. It sucks. What are we doing? We're going to grab a few more of these nodes, and then we're going to head home and show Blessu our new pet. Okay. Grab some of this off. Not too much, we don't want to overload the quets. Because flight will just be too slow. That'll probably be about as much as we can load into that for now, I think. Marion Clark, hello, thank you. Sorry I missed your comment before. Thank you for joining us on today's stream. We'll hit this one last one, I think, and then we'll head home. Nah, we'll come down to this. Hit these and then we'll head home. No point in only doing half a trip, right? Back up to the quets. Can climb and swim. Yeah. I was playing around with that mechanic before. Can you get them to stay on a wall, though? That's what I want to know. Okay, we ready for the long trip home? Mike Hunt. Hello and welcome. What do we think about officials? I don't play on them. I tend to stick to my own private servers. I'm not generally one for overly playing with large numbers of people, for starters. And I like to be able to sort of just do my own thing without having to worry about messing anybody else's up. Other than that, I also like to vault the difficulty quite considerably. Like on my server at the moment, while dinosaurs can spawn anywhere up to level 1200. And I'm not a huge PvP person either. So we generally tend to avoid officials. For reason I got something on my screen. I blame geckos. You can make them stay on the wall? Neat. Oh, hello, little pussycat. What are you doing? You come to say hello? Yeah. Okay. You have them? Official servers, you mean? So I just run my own private from my own system, so... Fly, little birdie! Huh. Huh. Okay. Alright, had 474 subs. Gone up again, that's awesome. Well, what I mean, I hate them. Yeah, we've got one other YouTuber friend of ours. Autocorrect, I hate autocorrect. It's like the first thing I turn off on any device, any new device I buy. Yeah, we have got a friend, Hannibal. Hannibal shows his channel. if you are interested. He does some awesome build work in a variety of games, Fallout 4, RimWorld. He's just started playing Ark after an extremely long hiatus from it. But he's actually playing on an official server, I believe, at the moment. And even looking at some of his videos, you see people that have set up, done the whole pillar thing everywhere, and yeah. I don't know. For me, it really only takes one or two troll players to ruin an experience for me. So I tend to avoid any situation that'll put me in... Well, tend to avoid anything that'll put me in that sort of situation. Look at the really warped water effects at the moment. For anybody that is curious, I generally do play on full epic settings for the game, but unfortunately it doesn't like to stream at those sort of settings. 175 now, holy crap, thank you very much. This is awesome, thank you very much to all the subs that we've had and all the viewers in general. It's just been absolutely brilliant. Oh, there we go, things loading in. Cash App hello, thank you and welcome to the channel and the stream. Hope you enjoy what I do. These flight times. We've just done a big metal and obsidian run. I generally try and avoid doing them too much on stream. And when we've got Bale playing with us, she tends to handle most of the resource farming. But I figured we'd better grab a bit of both. We are hopefully looking at setting up a new base in the not too distant future. And I figured it might be best if we do it primarily out of metal. Hate the flyer nerf. I know a lot of people that do. I understand why they did it. I think they might have gone a bit too overboard on it. But, yeah. Strategy recommended the channel. Very awesome, very awesome. 476 now. Holy crap balls. This is awesome. But yes, I think they may have overdone the nerf a little bit for my liking. But as I said, I do understand why they did it. One thing I meant to check, actually, after the last stream, and I completely forgot to. Does anybody know if they've nerfed the carrying weight potential on the mammoths? Because we tamed a mammoth in one of the recent streams, and we can't allocate any points into its carrying weight for some reason. It's a little bit annoying. I mean, it's not the end of the world. We don't tend to use it that much, but still. One of the main reasons we tamed the mammoth in the first place was for mass carrying and large area or large scale clearances, I suppose. Crystals are so slow here. There's a glitch for you, I think. Yeah, it's entirely possible. Okay. Gotta go sub, see ya. Not a problem at all, Mike. Thank you very, very much for the sub. It's very much appreciated. Hopefully we'll see you in one of the future streams. For the newbies that have just joined the channel, I do stream generally every 12 hours. 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. and 1 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. That is GMT plus 10. As of... I'll be doing this stream and then the next stream. And then I will be skipping the following two. We've decided that I'm going to be taking 1 day off a week from the live streams. Just so we can put a bit more time into me having, you know, some human time. And also so that I've got a bit more time to start focusing on the pre-recorded videos again, which we've been greatly, greatly neglecting. Can you donate? Oh, you certainly can. There should be links down below for that. In the description box. Actually, the very first link, I believe. There is also links to Patreon down there, if that is more your cup of joe. Okay. But certainly don't feel any obligation to do so. Yeah. We've simply got the links there for those of you who wish to take advantage of them. Okay. And just a reminder, we do multi-stream as well to YouTube, Twitch, and Beam. So if you are watching from what is not normally your favored platform, then please feel free to check it out on one of the others. We have only just recently made the move to Beam as well. And if anybody is interested in a platform allowing you to multi-stream, I suggest using Restream.io. That's what we're using at the moment. It does have the occasional hiccup, but you've sort of got to expect that from that sort of, you know, thing. Okay, we want the metal from the quets. There we go. We can definitely fire this up in just a moment. Okay, let's turn you on. Can we access this from here? We can. Tragedy is my sister's boyfriend. I would freak out if I saw that donation pop up. We need to empty some stuff out of this fabricator by the look of it. Actually, let's turn it on. We do need some more polymers. Okay. The obsidian is going to be the deciding factor there. We've got more cementing paste than we know what to do with at the moment. Thanks to our little snail friends and their snail goop. Okay, what have we got excessive in here? We can probably take out some of the oil, I think. And we'll combine those stacks down. What else have we got here that we can combine a bit? Take that out entirely. Everything else I think should be fine. Kill Dad Rules, oh, Killer Dad Rules 7. Hello, thank you and welcome. Joining us from Beam. Hope you're having a good day and time and stuff. Okay. Let's put that coal in here. Some of this oil just into storage in here. The organic polymers will degrade over time, so unless you desperately need to use them immediately, there's not a great deal of point in storing them on your person. Okay, one thing that is nifty to note with the shock darts, if they do expire, you get back a standard dart. So it's not a complete loss. Grab you back and transfer you back across. Fill up a few bundles. And we'll put you back on the roof. Okay, little buddy. Womp, 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 womp. Ah, itchy. How are you guys going? Table and chair. Main reason we've got both of them is for the added carrying weight. Okay. Yes, we're gonna visit the kitty. Okay, there we go. Hello, Pinecone. Ah. Okay, let's go level up Pinecone a bit. Hehehe. Nice farm, thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Go murder stuff, that's the intention. So what is it, primarily hide or meat harvester? Okay, so it's a hide harvester. Let's go out this way. Put some more points into that. Go via the sea pen, make sure everybody's still inside. Ever since the update as well, we've noticed that the draw distance has been considerably lower. So we've had our sea beasties get out a couple of times. Eats berries and meat? Nice. I was going to name it Tree Kitty, but Bale wanted to name it Pinecone. Okay. Does it harvest berries, though? Not so much. Does smash through the trees, but Sproing. What's it going to be like harvesting the chitin? All names are cool. If we get another one, I'm totally naming it Tree Kitty, though. Bad lag. If you're talking about the on-screen chat, that is a result of the fact that we are multi-streaming. There is just an inherent lag, unfortunately, in that. Unfortunately, it's something we can't really avoid just because of the fact that we are doing the multi-streaming. You get a third, name it Blessu? We can do that. I'll tell you what, if we get a second one, we'll name it Blessu. If we get a third, we'll go for Tree Kitty. Up to damage percentages. We like our beasties to be doing a decent amount of damage. Also, Beam is a laggy program. I don't use it over YouTube. One of the things that does cause a bit of a lag on Beam is they do cap the transmissions at 3,500 kilobytes per second, which we have. Yeah, I don't know. I've actually noticed a few other people. Drax commented on it. I can't remember if it was this morning or last night, but for some reason OBS isn't stabilizing the transmissions, especially when you're playing Ark at the moment. Not really sure why, but like I've got my transmissions, they should be capped at about 3,400, but at the moment it's spiking up to 38, dropping down to 32. It's really quite weird. They're good attackers, yeah, it certainly seems to be. There we go against the turtle. Not too shabby indeed. Weird, yeah. It's it seems to only be the Ark/OBS combination that's doing it. I haven't noticed the same problem on anything else at this point in time. What's also weird is the extreme lack of trilobites we've been finding lately. Ah! Okay. Not too bad on the harvest rates. Okay, the more points we put into the melee damage, the better that'll become. it fits in caves? I had a feeling it would. Okay. I have a feeling this and a, or a couple of these, or one of these and a saber would probably be an awesome combination to do cave runs with. Climb up that wall. There we go. Whee! Oh, this thing's like the ultimate ATV. What gender is this one? This one is a female. What I think I'm going to have to do is spend some time off screen doing a heap of fishing. I have a feeling I definitely want to get a really high tier saddle. A couple of these with some ascendant grade saddles would be amazing. The guy is such a badass, man. I love climbing. Yeah. Back from your break. I'm still here. Welcome back. Okay. Leap, little beastie, leap. I definitely think anytime soon the biggest advantage that it's going to give us is going to be the chitin harvesting. In the same way that the saber does. Doo-doot. Doo-doot. Okay. Arya's not mad at you anymore? That's a good thing. Pretty sure it takes 0 or very little fall damage. Yeah, I would imagine having this taking fall damage would be somewhat superfluous. Okay. I definitely think if I ever was to go onto a public server, or even a server that we do have PvP and maybe a few friends on, it's definitely going to make me rethink the way I design my outer walls. Because having something that can just run straight up the walls would definitely make sieges a bit easier for the attackers. Yes, yeah, pretty sure it takes no fall damage. Yeah, well, we'll leg it back to base now. And we should be able to figure it out going over the big walls back at base. They're not that big, but they should be, they're usually enough to create a bit of fall damage normally. Everyone uses them in PvP. Yeah, I can see why. Can definitely see why. Easiest way, I guess, to combat that would be to create readouts and redouts and overhangs on your main walls. Okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. One thing I'm kind of curious about, and I've been thinking this since I first realized it was there yesterday. The big ass dinosaur that we saw in the cave. We're not going to be able to get that out of the cave. Tanks plant X pretty easy too. Is that the tree kitty? It is the tree kitty. Okay. Can it wall run out of water? Is another one we should find out. We'll test that out over here. Bastard beast. Deal with the mega piranhas. If they can't wall run straight out of the water, that would be another way to combat them, I suppose. Yes, they can. There we go. Mr. Salinas has just subscribed. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. And we are getting close to that 500 mark. It's ridiculously insane. Thank you. Yeah, the fact that they can wall run out of a water jump is kind of awesome. Well, no kind of about it. Okay, we generally would take full damage here. Nope, no full damage whatsoever. Oh, if they can do anything, they're parkour gods. Ooh, we killed a dragonfly. We should probably harvest that. We have got a crap load of chitin at the moment, but it never hurts to have more. Love your videos, keep up the good work. Thank you very much. We certainly plan to, certainly hope to for quite some time. Okay, we have got some more actual pre-recorded videos hopefully popping up really soon as well. Even some weird funky bases I've jumped to different spots to climb over. Actually, let's get rid of a little bit of this meat. Alex, welcome back. We're playing around with the tree kitty. That sounded like a thief. It was a thief. Was it a thief or was it a Trudon? Either way, it's dead now. Okay. Yeah, you'd have to come up with some pretty creative ways to make the bases so that they couldn't access them. As I said, the first thing I would be doing would be putting overhangs on all the walls. Okay. Okay, it just seems fitting to leave this guy on the roof. Yow. That was something to look down. It'll then be an attack that knocks off mounts. Yeah, I've had that on me so many times. And the number of times these things have ripped me out of the saddle is ridiculous. Nice base, thank you very much. It's been a bit of a work in progress for myself and my housemate. Leave him hanging somewhere. I'm actually going to put up a big wall purposely just for it to hang off. Why did I go across this way? Yeah. Maybe somewhere in the middle. Or even just a large side to the house would be kind of cool. We'll probably handle that off camera though, I think. Because it'll be one of those things where I get super pedantic and really, really over the top, making sure everything's right where I want it. Food bins. Better check all these actually. Let's do a fair bit. How are you going, buddy? You're over encumbered. Yes, I am, because I'm carrying a crap load of berries. Bit of room in that one. If anybody's curious why I do take everything out and put it all back in again, it's so that it does stack everything up as best as it can. That way things rot a little slower. Well, the rotting speed's the same time, but a single big batch of stuff's going to rot slower than a couple of little ones. Well, now I can't complain about anything. You'll find something. I mean, look at Bale. She can complain about anything. It's a skill. Let's make the Megaloceros dance. Gotta go off to school now. See you in the next stream. Not a problem, Alex. Not a problem at all. We'll be back, of course, later. Well, tonight for me. Puppy. I don't think there should be too many more levels to allocate at this point in time. Tame a Titan. That one may be a bit further down the track. Damn something. See, I told you. Told you you'd be able to. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. We want yours in melee damage. Why have you got long grass on you? What about you, Piggy? You're good. You're good. You've got level. Those alcoholics are so ugly. Okay, I think everybody else is pretty much good. We really should start taking advantage of the eggs eventually. Piss off! Yeah, you! Go away! You! Shoo! Okay. Here are the seeds as well. I don't think we've... Where have we put the long grass? Okay. Once again, just bundling everything up as best we can. You know what? That can go. Don't need that crap in there. Tame level 12,000 Thylac with its favourite kibble. That might be a bit of a mission and a half. Holy crap, level 12,000 Thylac could absolutely decimate. Okay. You. Hold my stuff. Haven't got anything turned on that we shouldn't, have we? That. Okay, how much? Got a decent amount of polymer now, not a huge amount. We've still got a fair bit of obsidian in there. Let's make up another batch of 100. And some more electronics. It would be aimless. Okay, we should be good there. Actually, let's repair our night vision goggles again as well. What's my favorite? That's a very good question. I'm thinking it might actually be this guy here. Hello, pretty. As far as just general multi-purpose creatures are concerned, I think it might be the Therizinosaurus. Probably followed at this point in time by the Thylac. Okay. What? What eggs have we got stored in here? We haven't got one of those ones in there. None of those ones in there. Yeah. As far as sheer cuteness factor goes, though, possibly the Archaeopteryx. You wouldn't find that cute. It's adorable as hell. And its evil cousin, the Microraptor. Okay. I've been putting this off all episode, but we're going to have to do it. How are you guys doing? I completely forgot you were over here. Why are you guys full of rotten meat? Very odd. You just died as the Titan. Okay, the Titan rates. The Titan rates. Grab a few of these out. Poop collection time, because reasons. I do still think I want to set up a few more food growing plots as well. Or at least we might at least activate a few more. I think I've got a couple there that I haven't used. Actually, we could probably get rid of a couple of the Arky's the most durable. Hell yes. We can probably get rid of the narcotic farming plots that we've got, or at least a couple of them. Okay, put berries back in first. And there we go. And we've still got plenty of room for more storage. Ish. What do you got on you, buddy? A heap of wood. Did you do a live stream of picking up poop? I swear, there's been some days where that's all it's seemed like I've done. What do we got there? Okay. Where possible, I do try and keep an excess of fertilizer. We do have to go and get ourselves a couple of dung beetles, though. It's something I've been putting off for a while. 24-hour live stream of poop picking up. I just about could with the way these guys go. Back again, Tragedy? Welcome, welcome. Yoink, yoink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And as always, we didn't quite grab enough. We'll have to go through as well and actually put some fertilizer in some more farm plots. I've been lacking that a bit. Black drugs, gigantic poop. Lots of poop. Always lots of poop. We did have a Dillo army at one point in time. And that was quite amusing. If you needed poop, you'd just shift them forwards a little bit. One more stack of thatch. There we go. Okay, so how much are we missing? 1, 2, 3. So we need 3, 9. Okay, 25, I want to say. Yeah. The aptly named Pooper. What my little girlfriend's brother was here? Apparently so. Moira and feed it Simberries? Oh, I know. What are you doing, kitty cat? Please don't do what I think you're about to do. Okay. Table and chair have got some stuff for us. Well, one does. Okay. Can I see? Can I see? Oh, can you see our cat? If she comes in, I'll grab her. We've got two. A fairly young one. Well, it's only a couple of years old. But we've also, the one I was just chatting to then is a really ancient old one. She's just climbed up onto a couch to try and get some sleep, so I don't want to disturb her. She's not very healthy at the moment, sadly. But if she comes this way, I'll definitely grab her. Just show us the pig pooping its insides out. Hello, Mewloosh. Mewloo? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that even remotely accurately. And hello, welcome. Damn it. Give me the poop. Poop. Ancient, yeah, she's... What the hell did I just get stuck on? She's about 15 or 16. Which, especially for a Persian cross, is pretty damn old. 1, 2, 3. Actually, let's sub out some of the little ones. Yeah. Let's grab everything out of here. Destroy the planted crop. Few people's life, indeed. Okay, we'll stick to just the one narco berry batch, I think. 3-year-old cat and a 15-year-old. Actually, that'd probably be about the ages of our two. As in, 15 may not necessarily be that old for a cat in general, but it's more her particular breed generally doesn't, you know, doesn't do well in older age. But she's doing pretty well for all things considered. Okay. You. 1-year-old Rottweiler. We've got a dog too. A stump-tailed cattle dog. I want to say he's about 5 or 6. Grab a bit more fertilizer. You're done. So we've got one more to go. Yeah, we'll get Mijo berries again. We'll get another seed. There it is. 3-year-old black and white. The 15-year-old is calico. Our old one was a very mottled brown and white back in her youth. Now she's just multi-tonal grey. You only need one more for that. Yeah, marvellous. Okay, our veggie patches are all going good. I generally save them for cooking and tames. Keep an eye on our carrying weight at this point in time. William, welcome. How are we? I'm doing quite well, thank you. We're just playing with poop. Guess the names? I'm not good at guessing squat. Both are females? Yeah, both of our cats are females and our dog's male. Gotta be getting close to carrying weight. There we go. Okay. Load them all into here as best we can. I'll go dump the rest in these boxes underneath. Wonderful. My description? I have a description? I'm not good at describing myself. Why don't I just take fertilizer back out of that? I meant to grab the berry. Unnecessary little seeds. Go away. Shazam. Kitty named Princess. Because she only slept on pillows and cat beds. The old cat is named Tiger Lily. It's a nice name. I had a cat when I was younger, oh, a few years ago actually, that we used to call Princess because she acted like one. The game description. I don't even remember what I got in the game description, to be truthful. Oh, come on. What? Princess is a name for a cat. Princess is a good name for a cat. Now we've got Jar Jar and Cortana. Jar Jar as in Gabor, not Binks. And Cortana as in, you know, Cortana. Although we tend to call Cortana either monster or desk kitty. She used to love jumping up on the desk and curling up with me. He still does it, but generally only in colder weather now. Where's Bale? I don't know. She's probably off doing whatever it is that Bale does when she's doing stuff. Yoink, yoink. You can go in there as well. You can go away. And we don't really need all that poop. We'll get more later. Yes, kitty. Yeah, I don't know how the Thylac could go, you know, sitting on my computer desk. Could get a bit awkward. Let's convert a bunch of this stuff into narcotics. It's about the only thing we use the narco berries for at all now. So we might as well try and shift it. Have to put a bit of it away. There we go. Turn you on. Make all the drugs forever. It would eat you alive on stream. Yeah. Too much. Okay. I know this isn't the most riveting aspect of the game, but obviously it is an aspect of the game, so we've still got to get it all done and dusted. Woo, I knew I had a whole heap of rotting meat somewhere. That I hadn't already allocated elsewhere. Okay. I don't know why we would have had fur in there. Actually, I assume it might have been in there for... Oh, I know why the pelts were in there. For the antidotes. Okay. That makes perfect sense now. So we might put it... Can turn you off now. Put it in the fabricator where I think we got the rest of it. Oh, shitbug. How much more are we got to go? 51 of these. How are you going, Mr. Forge? You're still powering through all of that. Righty-o then. Well, guys, we've come up to a bit over 3 hours. I know it's going to be a bit of a shorter one for me, but I'm probably going to finish things off around about here. I want to go and get some stuff done. Well, I've got to go get a heap of stuff done off camera, and I've got to go get a heap of stuff done in real life, sadly. But we're probably... Yeah, we'll be back again later tonight, as per usual. Well, tonight for me, tomorrow, day, morning for other people, I don't know. Yeah, let's activate the We're Going screen. Chapping. Bye, Dado. Yeah, so for the right now, we're going to get going. I'm going to say thank you to everybody that has joined us, and everybody that's subscribed, shared, liked, generally popped in and joined in the chat. It's been awesome and stuff. We will be back at about 1 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time for the next stream. Not sure how long that'll go for, but generally the night ones do go for a little bit longer. I've found... Hope you reach a lot of subs. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So do we. I'm still amazed that we've hit as high as we have. And especially as rapidly as we have. Yeah. But, yeah. For future, anybody that does join in, please feel free to share it around. Please remember to hit the like buttons, as well as subscribe, follow, whichever is applicable, depending on what platform you're following from. Anyway, this is Jesterarke. This was Ark Survival Evolved. Hopefully I'll see you guys next time.